Ladies and gentlemen, the drama train never ends. All right, my boy Oompaville just dropped a fat video on vegan teacher is over. As you know, vegan teacher is one of the characters of all time. She's one of the wildest characters in the history of YouTube. This place has been a bit of a cesspool for people forever, and vegan teacher is one of the sassiest of the pools. She's come out here and made videos about everyone on the planet that eats meat, comparing them to Hitler, which is pretty based, if I do say so myself. As a grandchild of multiple Holocaust survivors, I do have to say that comparison between meat eaters and Hitler definitely is something that I don't at all take offense to. So let's see, apparently it's over for the vegan teacher. And Oompaville, I think, definitely contributed, because I know he made like a fat 10 videos on her at this point. Like, man, drilled home her inadequacy and insanity, right? He went crazy. Vegan teacher, vegan teacher, vegan teacher. Dude literally went nuts on her. Oh my god. Anyway, point is, man eviscerated this lady. So let's see what we got.
Hello, everybody.
He met up with vegan teacher too, right? They did a whole video where they literally met up with each other. Listen, I have nothing against people that don't eat meat. I have things against people that need to feel the need to enforce and shove down my throat this difference. Whenever someone says, wow, do you think having sex with animals is bad? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, well, you eat them without their consent, so it's the same thing. You're Hitler.
Eating a vegetable because I eat vegetables.
I eat meat. Fucking love meat. Meat's tasty as shit.
And stuff. Today we're talking about the vegan teacher.
So let me get this straight. Your mom doesn't want you to be a good person.
Now,
yes, dude, I love it. I love it. The hard love, tough love from mommy vegan teacher.
I haven't talked about the vegan teacher in a long time, and the last time that I even mentioned her, I was speaking to her in person. That's right. I interviewed her. She came to my house and stayed there for multiple days. Is scissoring real? It was in.
I love how he writes his questions. His interview questions are always so good. Like, bro meets Andrew Tate, right? And is like, so, what are your thoughts on femboys?
It's really interesting, and now it's become more interesting and more relevant and more pertinent, and I'd like to explain it.
Let's go! People that feel the need to shove their opinions down your throats, that feel the need, that say educate yourself, I would like to make a stand right now. Anybody that uses the term educate yourself is an enemy of me, okay? They are a direct opposition to the Egg Boy Army. Anyone that uses the term educate yourself is a fucking bitch.
If a police officer saw somebody kicking a dog or trying to pin a dog down, steal her puppies.
What? Dude, what is with the lighting here? It's like her nose blends into her face.
And drink her milk, police would be like, what the fuck's going on?
In the distant future.
Fair. Okay, true.
Our grandchildren's grandchildren will read history books. They will read the documentation of
There won't be books. Nice try, Oompaville.
rise of social media and what came out of it. There will literally be a chapter dedicated to creators like the vegan teacher.
How is it that vegans can say that Hitler was a terrible person?
I told you, she always does the Hitler arguments. Every single time. She's like, how can you say Hitler is a terrible person when you eat burgers?
For stripping down individuals and bringing them into gas chambers. But when they're...
But, yeah, I'm waiting to hear the mental somersaults on this one. How can you say Hitler was bad for literally stripping them down, bringing them into gas chambers, and murdering 6 million Jews?
their own family members pay for 6-month-old baby pigs to be murdered in the same way. Somehow,
Probably because people and pigs are not the same.
that seems to them to be excusable.
Creators who rely on outrage for exposure and reach and to maintain relevancy,
And honestly, it works. It works.
etc., etc., etc. Provocateurs, they're called.
Wherever there is war in the world, there are also so many animals who are suffering.
Start with feeling bad about the people. There are enough people in this world that don't feel bad for people that get killed. Okay?
Just think of all of these families who have pets.
Oh my god!
Vegan teacher, outside of politics, is one of the most stark examples of this type of behavior.
Vegans are better than God. That's right.
She's a fascinating
Oh, never mind. There was no argument. That was just a state. Okay.
woman with a very unique...
Sometimes I can't tell if she's trolling. She's not trolling. All right. Inside source, Oompaville actually met her. She ain't trolling. She actually believes that eating meat is the same as Hitler. Hitler and someone that eats burgers are literally equivalently evil. She genuinely believes that to her core.
Unique style of content, and that style of content is saying things to make people mad in the hopes that she prevents animals from dying. That's what it is.
Yeah, honestly, it's a very common mentality that exists, I think, everywhere online. Since my morals are correct and therefore should be appreciated by everybody, it is therefore okay for me to lie, to exaggerate, to bullshit, to mess with facts of situations purely to push my agenda, which absolutely is the complete correct story. I've seen people like Hassan and Vosh say similar things to that along those lines, where it doesn't matter if what I'm telling is the absolute truth as long as I put them on the right side of history. And I am very much not a believer in that at all. I don't think that leading people through brainwashing them to follow your mentality just because you think your mentality is the correct one, I think that is horrible. That is incredibly immoral.
I heard that there was a man in Alabama who was executed with some gas as opposed to a lethal injection. And a lot of people were getting very upset and saying that this was brutal and inhumane. And meanwhile, they're just sitting there, eating bacon, sausage, and ham.
It was so inhumane the way they killed that guy, but they were literally eating bacon at the same time.
I made a video on PETA, and I sort of explained their process and how I do not think it's very logical. It doesn't make a lot to approach this sort of thing like this. And I think that the vegan teacher is just an extension of that, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Because you might be like, well, dude, didn't you invite her to your fucking house and you platform her?
Dude, this platforming thing is so stupid. This platforming bullshit is insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I did. Because I thought that would be the right thing to do.
80% of life is just showing up, right?
That's true.
I used to tell it to my students too. Like, like if you just don't want to come to school,
dude, she should not be allowed to have students.
Just at least put your ass in the chair, and even if you're not paying attention fully, you're not doing your homework, you're at least there and you'll get something.
Looking back now, I'm just stupid. I'm just dumb. I was just stupid, and I thought that it would be fun and cool and interesting, but in reality, I regret I'd regret interviewing anybody. Also on top of that, which we're going to be getting into today, you may have recently seen that Miss Katie has been on a bit of a descent into insane.
What the fuck is wrong with this lady? Dude, look at these videos she's making. Hitler was once a nice guy too? What the fuck, man? This is unhinged.
Insanity and pure just unbridled delusion. Lately, her videos have accelerated into something that is just fucked up. Firstly, I will talk about my complicated history with the vegan teacher.
Yeah,
it all started in...
This is the story of how Oompaville destroyed the vegan teacher.
1996. My mother's sister, the vegan teacher.
That was a joke. No, I'm not getting gaslighted into believing that.
She's not my aunt. That's just some shit I made up to confuse people because I do that.
Dude, spreading misinformation on the internet is pretty funny. It is pretty funny. In defense of spreading misinformation on the internet, it's hilarious. All right. Now you might think that it's unethical, but to that I say most things are unethical. So therefore, might as well spread misinformation because at least it's funny, bro. I can't believe it. Oh no. It's still such a shock to me that Taku looks like a normal guy. Oh, I got dogs. No. They found my face. They found who I really am. This has a community note. But they ruined it. The community note literally ruined the joke. God damn it.
I don't know. I like to just say shit that isn't true because I think it's funny.
Based. Misinformation is not wrong. It's just cringe.
I have no relation to her whatsoever, and I first saw her when many of you saw her a few years ago.
What the fuck? Chat, don't you stop saying wood. Don't say wood. There's no wood. Remember what she said about Hitler. No, don't.
Year or so, I first stumbled upon her, made a video. It was fun. It was cool. Talking shit, punching down. It's always fun. It began with the vegan teacher trying to spread her cause, and that cause was to go vegan no matter what. Always eat vegan. Never harm animals unless you absolutely 100%.
She's having sex with her animals. That is not that allegedly. This is not a statement of fact. This is I probably think that we need to get a rape kit up her dog's vagina right now. Up her.
Have to.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Don't.
If your so-called friends and family are paying people for the rape And the torture, the kidnapping, the confinement, and the murder of innocent animals.
No one's paying for the rape of innocent animals, okay? What the fuck is wrong with you?
How on earth can you justify that and say that these are good people?
I probably saw her first on TikTok, and then I'm sure I saw a YouTube video. She has 2.6 thousand fucking videos, which is ridiculous.
Holy shit, that's a lot of videos.
I'm sure I saw a YouTube video. She has 2.6 thousand fucking videos, which is ridiculous.
Animals are just the same as you and me.
So what you're saying is cannibalism is based.
No. Can an animal get a business loan? I made quite a few
Got him. Destroyed. It's over.
videos on her as well. There's a whole playlist. I made a bunch.
He made like 7 videos on her.
She just is dumb, and it's really easy to make fun of her. I mean,
Dude, making fun of dumb people is honestly based. If it makes you money, I say go for it.
you guys have seen the videos. I'm not sure. They're not that good, to be honest, and neither are hers. to be really brutally honest.
Well, let's be real. You're comparing your videos, Oompaville, which are comedy, and I think very funny. I love your videos, to Vegan Teacher's videos, which is saying that your family members are worse than Hitler.
Why is Gordon Ramsay an animal bully when instead of eating meat, he could just eat protein-packed veggies?
From the
Because they taste fucking gross.
beginning, it is easy to notice that she has an interesting way to get others to stop doing, to spread awareness, really, and prevent people.
Yeah, again, it's part of the same campaign that a lot of people do in order to spread their side of the argument. They're willing to, misconstrue facts.
From doing what she doesn't want them to do, which is stop eating animals and consuming meat.
Maybe you were holding on to your own umbilical cord. I don't know.
I probably had my pecker in my head.
Maybe you're holding on to your own little...
Damn! Vegan Teacher just killed my boy.
She was in my head at this point. She knew exactly what I was going to say at all times.
Pre-watched.
Pretty funny. Pecker. I still say the word pecker. I haven't changed that much. I couldn't win, but neither could she. It was a stalemate. We were butting.
It was a war of attrition. The Vegan Teacher, who was making no money off videos that got no views because she made billions of videos that were just purely rage bait. And Oompaville, someone who's building a multi-million-dollar empire as we speak. Who will win? The meat eater or the meat eaten?
Heads for a long time.
Oh, no! Oh, God, not this guy! Oh, Christ almighty, why did they give me commercials?
Dude, they gave her ads. They gave her Gordon Ramsay ads on her YouTube. That's amazing. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Him.
She got a Gordon Ramsay ad on my video, bro.
That's fucking awesome. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Dude, that's just the YouTube algorithm fucking with her. YouTube, I take back everything bad I've ever said about you. That was amazing. It's like every time I make a video criticizing Genshin Impact and everyone gets Genshin Impact sponsors on that video. Yo, you ready? You ready? Genshin Impact is a game that is scamming their audience. It is gambling, except it is legal. It is waifu rage bait gambling. That's what Genshin Impact is. Now watch you guys get yourself a Genshin Impact ad on this segment of the video.
Vegan donut. It was a bit of a love-hate relationship. And by that,
Mostly hate.
I mean, I do not see her as a threat. I do not see her as
She would not be able to defeat me in single combat.
someone who is really doing any damage. And it's just like kind of fun to make fun of. And
Yeah,
like,
it's a pretty neutral thing. She says that that eating meat's as bad as Hitler, and people think she's fucking crazy.
like she's not actually hurting my feelings by saying shit about me or whatever. That's just kind of,
Yeah, you need to have there's an intelligence bar required in insulting me where the insult actually hurts, and unfortunately she doesn't pass that bar.
just an easy
She failed the IQ test.
sort of content thing, really. Yeah, she hates me. She didn't like me very much. She literally said it. Our feud continued for a little while, and eventually something beautiful happened. She ended up in Texas. She agreed to come visit me. I thought she was going to pull out. I tried to be as respectful as I possibly could. I got her phone number.
She thought she was gonna pull out, huh?
I was like, hey, is there
I wish her dad pulled out.
a chance you could come down here? I've been doing these interview things. I would love to sit down and talk to you. You know, I'm not going to try to refute what you're going to say. I'm not going to try to shame you or whatever. I just want to hear what you've got to say and see if we can make an interesting video and, you know, see if there's anything beyond just the
She has his address. She gave the pro-Hitler lady his address.
very clear grift provocateur thing that you're doing online. And we drove all the way to my property out in the middle of nowhere where
boondocks.
there's now a trebuchet on that property, and I
hell yeah.
convinced her to shoot a gun.
Oh, wow. Can you do that again?
Yeah, I'll have to reload it.
She feels so strong! She's killed something! Everything has changed! Oh, when you see the life leave the eyes of that little rabbit!
Oh, did I hurt you?
Yeah, my balls hurt.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry.
By the way, we had RSOs and we was ready, bro. I'm just saying there was a lot of safety that went into this, and I shouldn't say, yeah, I won't say anymore. We went...
Oh god.
It was very safe though. The whole gun thing was incredibly safe.
It's not like there were any threats to his life or anything. It's not like he was worried for his safety.
We went out, we ate vegan food, which I've got some interesting stories about that. We did a little dancing.
Do you think I should buy a matching skirt?
Sure.
Would you wear this outfit if you were me?
No.
What the fuck is going on?
And overall, I had a good time, I would say. The bitch has so much fucking energy that it is tough to keep up with her. And I'm busy as fuck.
Oh
She
my
does nothing
God.
but care about animals and make horrible songs and like fucking talk shit about people on the internet, which is kind of what I do, but she does it in more of I don't know, just like a dumb, like a She's
just purely doing it for rage bait. That's it. Not actually to make any form of cohesive point or change.
Vegan way. So it's like,
oh, cringe! Could we be racist to vegan? Does it count as racist? Because listen, I'm not racist, but if being racist against vegans is like not counted as racist, I would do that. Like, I feel like I would find time in my life to be racist to vegans if I could, like, without it being racist. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of boring and weird.
Stop breeding animals just to eat them. Stop creating them just to be cruel. Stop breeding animals, don't fucking touch them. Stop being an asshole, that's the golden rule.
I don't know, bro. I think that is awesome.
Although it was okay. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have fun. It was an interesting time. It was really interesting to get to know her. She brought her husband down. He was a really cool, regular guy.
What? How can you be married to that thing?
By the way, extremely regular. She would do shit and he would be like...
Hey, Nux, you know that Oompa is dating kallmekris now? I knew about that a lot before you did, homie. But that's awesome. I think they're really happy, which is dope.
She was a good guest. She's entertaining. She's funny. She had a lot of energy. She believes in something, which is hard not to respect, even if it's just absolute fucking insanity.
It's true. It's true. How could you not respect someone that sings the horsecock song unironically?
All that being said, she is a crazy vegan and a misanthrope that absolutely goes too far, and now she has devolved into a sad shell of her former self.
Oh shit. Like, what happened? What is this update? How did Oompaville destroy that vegan teacher?
Always see the good side of people. For example, Hitler.
For example.
Which is crazy to say because she sucked in the very beginning and everyone thought that, but there was still something there, some kind of...
People that do false equivalences like that to prove a point and hammer it home, I think, don't deserve to have a platform that receives any form of actual legitimate interest in what they have to say. I'm just saying.
Nugget of positivity. Maybe she is doing good for animals, but no. She's dug herself so deep of a hole now. The right phrase would be a fall from grace, but there was no grace. It's like falling from one circle of hell to another one. Yeah. Multiple circles of hell down. I believe she's actually lost her mind and completely ruined her reputation beyond the point that should even be fucking possible.
Her reputation has always been in shambles. It's not just ruining her reputation at this point. It's just, I think the gimmick wore off. I think at some point people were into the vegan teacher thing because it was so absurd that you have someone out there trying to make false equivalents like this, saying that, oh well, Hitler, you know, I mean, he killed 6 million Jews, but like, and that gets you all freaking messed up. Like, when you see Hitler kill 6 million Jews, you're like, whoa, that guy's a bad guy. But then you fucking eat an animal, and you are literally the same thing. That's something so absurd. I feel like it's something that people were willing to talk about, but the gag got old, and ultimately, that's what YouTube's all about. If you're gonna try to blow up with some sort of absurdist rage bait scheme, people are gonna talk about it in the very beginning, and guess what? It's gonna be boring at some point. Her saying that eating meat is the same as, you know, being a Nazi, that's just not interesting because we've heard her say that before. She's been made fun of about it. Her proverbial asshole has been spread across the entire internet. And it's just not interesting to hear her takes anymore. Because we heard her takes. They're unhinged. They were successfully made fun of. No one takes her seriously. So no matter what she does, and no matter how far she falls on this downward spiral, it's not something that people care about. Imagine being irrelevant, staying and spewing this hateful bullshit into the vacuum.
It was non-existent when I interviewed her. She was already rock bottom. Nobody fucking liked her. And now it's gotten worse.
She's rock bottom and irrelevant.
Miss Katie has had a bit of a past with just calling out creators, starting beef with people online in hopes of getting a response video from them, which, you know, it's free views for everyone. It doesn't hurt either of the creators. It hurts her, actually.
No, it doesn't hurt her. It's literally her business model is just getting rage baited and getting reacted to.
She's not doing a very good job.
She's doing a fucking horrible job.
She's a martyr. But she thinks that if 1 million people watch, 1 or 2 will turn vegan and stop hurting animals or whatever. She did that with me. She's done that with PewDiePie. She's done that with Ryan Trahan. And she's done that with my beautiful girlfriend, Christina, who she's done a lot of horrible stuff to.
What? How many videos did she make on her?
And she's done nothing horrible to her. She said a lot of horrible stuff. And Christina is an adult. I'm not going to speak for her, but I know her very well, believe it or not. The vegan teacher's words do not mean anything at all to Christina. Nor
again, this is what I've been saying. You need to pass an IQ test in order for your insults to actually carry weight. It's like when people on Twitter call you out for shit. At this point, it means nothing. You've called me out for everything at this point. It means 0 when I see some random hate thread with a few thousand likes on it.
Nor do I assume to Ryan Trahan, whatever. This is all just fun. But the vegan teacher, has created an entirely new level of just shit that she has now incorporated it into her entire personality and reputation.
It's because at this point she's hit rock bottom, and she's not even being reacted to. She's not even being farmed for views anymore.
Consistently said this, but she says that there's a Holocaust going on, and that is the Holocaust of animals dying.
So many murdered animals keep coming into these restaurants everywhere around the world because of people like you who encourage people to go there. This is an absolute devastation. It is a Holocaust that is going on.
And she can
oh god, dude, imagine explaining this to my grandfather, like sitting down with my grandfather, you know, an actual Holocaust survivor, and being like, so what do you think about the Holocaust that's going on right now against animals?
Compares the Holocaust of reality of World War II and the Nazi regime to what is happening with animals, which is not even remotely the same thing, because they're fucking animals.
Damn, he really went there, saying something so brave and controversial. How can you be so controversial and say that animals and people are not actually the same thing and get the same rights? That's crazy.
Not people. It doesn't matter. No, if you want to equate humans to animals, that's fine, but you are on the losing side of any sort of rational argument or any sort of fucking scientifically provable basis of psychology, whatever the fuck it is. You're just going to be wrong. There's going to be like a couple thousand people there beside you, but you're going to always be
You're
wrong.
all crazy. You are crazy people.
Should they be treated with...
I am doing my part to support the Holocaust of animals. Are you? People in chat, do you do your part?
Respect? Absolutely. She made a fucking Palestinian white male comment in regard to Ryan.
He is nervous. He is nervous. There are people right now who are being bombed to death in Palestine, and he is a white male in a car, and he is nervous.
Huh? What does that even mean? That's the worst thing I've ever seen.
She has an awesome dead body musical break, cemetery musical break. Like the videos, they're just bad. They're very bad. She calls Ryan a coward, which is a slur, and I think is offensive to cows, probably.
Shit.
You haven't seen the documentary yet? Have you watched Dominion? I bet you haven't.
Wait, what? Dude, she is literally using the Israel-Gaza war as propaganda to promote her fight against the Holocaust for animals. Oh, are you uncomfortable? Well, did you know this is going on somewhere else? Oh, did you just say you're hungry? Well, did you know that there are African children dying of hunger right now? It's pretty insensitive of you.
You're too much of a coward, aren't you?
And that's just recently with Ryan.
Damn.
On to my girlfriend now.
Be vegan, everybody, because you can, because you don't want to hurt the animals. Look.
I mean, I do.
Why love one but eat the other?
Because one tastes like chicken nuggets.
Ah! Destroyed. It's over. Jover.
Those are delicious.
She's done this a lot with Chris for a long time. One of Chris's most viewed videos on YouTube is just her fucking proving her wrong.
What's in your hand there, vegan teacher? What is this? Oh no, we're about to expose the vegan teacher.
And making her seem like an absolute idiot because
God
she's
damn.
using crayons in her
Crayons are made from animals.
video and their animal product.
It will be shocking for some people to know that creating crayons requires the usage of animal fat.
What?
Crayons are not vegan? Oh no.
And now, you know, I have
They're perfect for each other. They're perfect for each other.
history with the vegan teacher, and now, you know, she has a history with Christina, and now me and Christina are a couple, and we love each other, and we stand up for each other.
They're so cute. Look at him. He's so cute.
Quite frankly, Miss Katie can't seem to keep her name out of her mouth, and she's just making things worse for herself. When Miss Katie found out me and Christina were dating, she was pretty excited. She made this little epic TikTok, which is so cool. She's excited for the wedding date. She also said she wants to come down to Texas, which she has also texted me that as well.
Holy shit, they're crazy.
She wanted me to have her come down and me and Christina interview her, which is not going to happen. And quite frankly, I regret ever inviting her down and treating her with respect. She also said she loves us, or me, I guess,
which is pretty awesome because, you know, she made 1,000 videos on
this thing, but it didn't last long because in November of 2023 she posted another video apologizing to her audience and then begging for forgiveness from her audience for introducing us.
I'm sorry, but I owe you an apology.
Oh my fucking, you're kidding me. She's such a freaking loser. She's such a loser. It's insane. It's like she tries to grift to her audience, and then she tries to grift to Oompas, and then she grifts back and forth.
Unfortunately, I introduced kallmekris to somebody whose name is Oompaville.
Which she didn't do.
What the frick? She's just coping out of her mind.
She did not introduce.
She really thinks she's important, doesn't she? She actually thinks she's doing something in this world.
Us. She claims responsibility for our relationship. She says that she told me that we had similar senses of humor. That was in my interview.
I told Oompaville when I was down in Texas being interviewed by him that I thought that the two of them had the same sense of humor and they might get along.
That's crazy. There's no way she set them up and came up with this whole date and set them up and now they're in love with each other, because you know who really did? I did! I am the one that said they had similar okay, I didn't at all. But I think that the best way to discredit her is for everyone to take credit for it. All right, let's make that a meme. Everyone in chat, I'm so happy I set you up with kallmekris. I'm so happy I made that connection and it all worked out. Damn, I'm so happy. Can everyone please in the comment section take credit for it?
But I didn't realize how dark that sense of humor was.
By the
it's so dark.
way, I was with Christina before that video came out. By the way,
they knew each other for a very, very long time.
Had been talking to Christina actively. I was talking to her while the vegan teacher was there. Just for your information, I knew who she was long before. Vegan Teach says she came to Texas because I promised to watch the Dominion documentary, and I did, and guess what? I don't give a fuck.
It's like, but how do you feel now that you see the animal get killed? I think that it's probably tasty.
I went to Texas because Oompaville promised that he would watch an important documentary called Dominion, one that I hope you will all watch too. And so I had hopes that he would become vegan, and then if he and kallmekris would hook up, that they would be a decent couple and become vegan together and help.
She's living in her own delusional landscape. She's actually mentally unhinged.
To change the world and save millions of lives.
She then says that the two of us together are very dark and disturbing.
I'm so happy I'm the one that introduced veganism to that vegan teacher. A lot of you don't know this, but I'm actually the one that introduced her to veganism. So the documentary Dominion, I actually showed it to her back in the day, and that's what got her on the path of becoming vegan. She ended up going a little too far, but I'm really happy I was able to get her off, committing cow genocide.
And she regrets being the reason we connected in the first place, which is not true at all. Not even remotely true at all.
I can see now that the two of them together.
Bro, you ain't even a side character in this story. You are not a side character.
Actually have such a dark sense of humor, and it's kind of disturbing. So I'm very sorry that I ever introduced them. I wish I hadn't.
The comments.
Damn.
Hater, obviously.
Obviously, that's her entire mentality on the internet.
And this is one of my main points. She is completely harmless. Like, you guys don't even have to comment. You don't have to watch any of your videos. You don't have to, on my behalf, do anything, or on Chris. Well, I'll let her speak for herself. On our behalf, my behalf, you do not need to go and tell the vegan teacher she is wrong. She doesn't know she's wrong, I don't think, but like...
That's the crazy thing is, she genuinely believes this shit. She's living in her own delusional la-la land.
Just nothing she's done has had any sort of effect. Genuinely. I actually believe that. And she's dug herself a hole by saying horrible things about people that are cared about by a lot of people. It's not a good way to get things done. In
fact, it got nothing done.
People have cognitive biases. Psychologically, it doesn't work. Maybe to 10 people it does, but then it's just a phase. They forget. There are no people who support the vegan teacher. There are just bots. That's it. And that's not my fault. I didn't have to make any videos to do that. Christina didn't have to make any videos to do that.
Nobody did it to herself.
They had to make any videos to do that. That's all her. A couple weeks ago, she uploaded a video called Hitler was a nice guy too, sometimes just like your own family members. And it's like, I she's just trying to make money because she can't get a job anywhere. She's fucking insane. Like, why would anyone want to be associated?
No, especially with this digital footprint that she has. Like, what is she supposed to do? Oh, here we go, baby. All right, here's the all Jews and Palestinians should strive to be vegan. Hitler was a nice guy. Oh, that's a good look. This video has a whopping only 91%. There are 100 people that liked this video. Like, I don't know who these people are, but they're somewhere.
With her in any way. Why would a vegan group want to be associated with her in any way?
I'm vegan because I'm so loving and caring, and I don't want anything to feel pain. So what I'm doing is I am organizing online hate slander campaigns on people. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Wait, it doesn't make sense. Nobody's safe from the vegan teacher. Not even vegans like Hitler. I think he's a vegetarian or some shit. I don't fucking care.
No, you... Oh my god.
But he's dead. The main point of this video is her calling vegans out, her fellow vegans out, for not being okay with what Hitler did to Jewish people, but being okay with what their friends and family do to animals.
I think she is. I think she's just far gone at this point. It's over.
How is it that vegans can say that Hitler was a terrible person for stripping down individuals and bringing them into gas chambers, but when their own family members pay for 6-month-old baby pigs to be murdered in the same way, somehow that seems to them to be excusable?
I mean, like, I don't even know what to say.
I could see a pretty huge difference there. I don't even need to get into this.
Really, it's like, I don't really need to say anything. Like, you'd have
the commentary writes itself. Like, transformative content is just reposting this.
To be on crack to think that that's a good idea. And vegan already, by the way, because of cognitive bias. She's trying to point out the flaw in people's morals and compare things and trying to be smart and artistic.
Unzip your limp dick libtard SJW brain right now and listen to these empirically correct facts that I am about to spit at you. If you're okay with eating pig, then you must also be okay with the Holocaust.
But it's not an argument that should be taken seriously.
So if you ask vegans...
Really?
Do they think that Hitler was a cruel person or a good person? They will all say he was a cruel person.
Honestly, vegans are based. Let's go. I've changed my mind completely. Wow. Such brave and original takes.
Straight out, without hesitation. But if you ask them if their own family members and their own friends are cruel, without hesitation, they will say, no, of course not. Why do they do that? Why do they lie about that?
What are you even gonna say? Like, what are you even gonna say? Oh my fucking god, dude.
If I saw someone like this and that's how they speak and that's how they're trying to galvanize people into doing the right thing, I would never want to be associated with anyone like that. And aside from the animals, it just doesn't make sense. And by the way, this is not an original thing that the vegan teacher does. I forget the fucking dude's name because I don't give a singular fuck, but she told me in person that the person that she gets all of her ideas from, the person that she's following in their footsteps, who's this militant vegan guy from the fucking 90s or early 2000s or whatever.
Oh god.
She's just doing verbatim what he used to do, but applying it to the internet. It's just like, I don't know. It's just it's a really
crazy
niche group of weirdos. She also says in this video that
these people are all completely insane. And I don't think they're taken seriously by anybody, to be honest. But it's just wild.
We live in a vegan-phobic world, which is hilarious.
The reason that vegans lie is because we live in a vegan-phobic world. A world that is so difficult to be vegan in.
Like this is the most unbelievable mindset to have. I think she believes it though, because she gets so much hate and she thinks every vegan suffers the same way she does.
To be an outspoken activist, vegans are ahead of their time.
Vegans are not a marginalized group.
No, in fact, I am vegan phobic and not racist, so take that.
They're just a group of people who are making a conscious decision to not partake in certain societal behaviors, which is...
That was a joke. I don't actually have anything against vegans. As long as you're not shoving your shit down people's throat, honestly, go for it. Live your life. Do whatever the hell you want. I am in the do whatever the hell you want camp, but don't tell me to do it.
Respectable. No one's stopping you from not eating meat. No one's stopping you from eating vegetable. Like, I don't know, vegan phobic, it's just, it's moot. Like I said, it makes
not real. Vegan phobic is not a real thing. That is not a real thing.
No sense. I don't think you should be able to pretend that you're under attack if you're clickbaiting that Hitler is a good guy and saying that if you're not vegan, you're worse than Hitler. That's just my opinion. I don't really know, though. I'm not that smart.
You don't have to defend yourself with the I don't really know, though. It's like, when you say that Hitler was not as bad as vegans, like, I don't want to jump the gun here, but I think that's pretty crazy.
I'm autistic, so like, this isn't her first time saying Hitler's a good guy, by the way. She made a video 2 months ago. It's just called Hitler Was a Nice Guy. I don't even care what's in the video. This is just fucking stupid.
Person says, the thing about her, meaning me, is that she only sees the bad side of people and not the good side. Like me, not vegan. I volunteer at an animal shelter every Saturday. Wow, what a nice person.
Wow, so what you're saying is you attend bar mitzvahs, but you're still a Nazi member of the Third Reich?
So you volunteer at an animal shelter, and then you go home to pay people to murder chickens, cows, and pigs, and then you shove them down your pie hole. Good work. I mean, hey, after all, I agree with you. We should always see the good side of people. For example, Hitler.
She's fucking crazy. She's so fucking crazy.
Even if it's hyperbole, it doesn't matter. It's ridiculous. She doubled down on the Hitler was a nice guy thing because it has 140,000 views and because it got her more views and made her money. Somehow it made her money. I really don't know what's going on because in the interview section, she seemed rational. She seemed to have like sort of a basic understanding of like the world, and she's just trying to get her viewpoints across, and she's doing absolutely whatever it takes, but it's kind of devolved into just this weird dogmatic cultish thing.
See, here's the thing. Calling out PewDiePie used to work because who's calling out PewDiePie and people would be interested. But suddenly, the shock factor of calling out PewDiePie or Sniper Wolf or whoever the hell she's calling out in her videos, that shock factor doesn't exist anymore. Everyone knows she's an asshole. Everyone knows the points that she's gonna make. Oh, he's eating meat. He must be bad, right? He's a murderer, basically, because he eats meat, and all that shit. So I think that it wears off. So she has to always go to the next level. That's what YouTube's algorithm does to somebody, right? YouTube's algorithm is always going to be pushing you to keep doing more extreme things because the shock factor of doing old shit gets boring. It gets muted, right? So the next level is, well, we got to start praising Hitler, right? That's the evolution of her content.
Religion, and the new religion should be a fun place to go. Every Sunday morning at 10:30, everybody goes, all your neighbors, your family, and there's singing there, and there's a potluck at the end. Obviously, it's going to be vegan.
She said that vegans and her, by extension, are better than God, and if she was in charge of the universe, that she could do a better job than God, which is like, I assume she's trying to make people mad. Probably. But that's like something that would get someone put away for a really long time, like a century ago, or 6 centuries ago, burnt.
Of course.
Joe, can we please bring back the ancient religion burning shit? Can we keep burning people alive, please? Can we bring that back? Society's gotten too woke. It's gotten too woke. Let's bring back the fucking hangings and shit.
Vegans are better than God. Yeah, he doesn't even follow his own commandments. It clearly says in the Bible, thou shalt not kill, but then he created these lions who kind of kill the zebras,
That's her example. It's almost like the commandments are meant for men to follow and not actually meant for, God himself to follow. It's commandments for men.
If we were in charge, we would do a way better job.
She doubles down on
I completely disagree. I've seen your YouTube channel, lady.
And says that God does nothing while vegans are fighting to end the war on animals.
Yes, good job, you listened. Vegans are better than God. Because they are helping every single day to end the war on animals.
How have you helped, lady?
Whereas God is doing nothing. What about you? How are you helping?
And by the way, guys, I don't know if you've watched all of my other videos. I tried not...
I haven't seen all of them, to be fair, but I've seen a great deal.
Not to do the easy, low-hanging fruit thing where it's just like, oh, I eat a steak while I react to the vegan teacher. Because I don't know why. Every time I see any of your content, I just look out my back porch, which I have a beautiful view of a bunch of land and there's animals everywhere, and I take one of these weapons that I have that are
yes! That vegan teacher reaction, but every time try not to laugh, but every time I laugh, I go into my backyard and I shoot an animal.
Touch something accurately, consistently, at any point, and I just do that to some animal. That's a joke. I don't actually do that. That would be funny though, wouldn't it?
And that's what I'm saying. It would be funny. I'm not saying it's appropriate. It shouldn't be done. But if someone would do it, like I would see the dark side of the comedy. I'm just saying.
So actually cultish, by the way. She says she's gonna create a new religion.
We're gonna be creating a new religion.
Oh, cool.
Where we praise, not God, but we're gonna be praising like good. You know, just add an extra O in there. Or something.
So basically she has no idea what religion means.
Like that.
Cool.
And we're going to be talking about worshiping the things that are good.
She does know that lions need to kill zebras, right? Like lions would not survive without killing zebras.
So what's good out there? Well, rain is good, water is good, water nourishes us.
Okay.
You know, air is good, that gives us oxygen.
Right.
We're going to be praising the earth. We need the earth to grow vegetables.
Right. I guess by your metric, you'd praise Hitler too, because he was a nice guy according to you.
Going to be praising
Oh, mighty dildo, thou hast given me strength on many a lonely night.
Gravity, because without gravity, we'd be all fucked. We'd all be just floating around everywhere, right?
I don't know. She's fucking gone off the deep end though, for real. And speaking to that, this was all inevitable. This woman is chronically online. She's addicted to the internet like a child with access to a phone. She might not be able to help this. I think she has something wrong with her that is preventing her from being like it's actually excluding her from existing in society effectively. Like there's something so wrong with her that this will prevent her from ever doing anything that she wants to do ever again. She will never have a job ever again. She will never be loved on the internet or respected by anyone.
I can't see her ever be loved in person either. I feel like someone like this is just so incapable of being loved.
That respects themselves or others. The thing she believes in most, I genuinely believe she's been a power.
She has been a net negative to society. Next time I'm in a restaurant eating meat, I will think of her and order a second helping, okay?
Against it, ironically enough. I mean,
dude, I think that anyone that says they want to be a vegan people are gonna hear that and see her in their head and make fun of them. Okay? You are a net negative to veganism.
Just take, for example, other vegans. There are vegan communities that hate her completely. There are vegan communities that fucking hate her. She's gotten all of her shit banned so many times. Most other vegans are just kind of normal and cool, and people like them.
People that just don't want to eat meat.
Discord server linked on her TikTok pages, and none of these people, they don't like her, really. They all just talk shit about her. Most of the people in the server are not vegan.
She has a Discord server full of people that aren't vegans.
So I don't understand why she has that. In her Discord server, though, there is some epic mental gymnastics, as you might expect. It's not fun. I still get picked on by some of my friends as a joke. Still not fun. Yeah, for sure. I couldn't deal with being made fun of by so many people, to be honest. I like being socially popular. I still think I value my popularity over that, to be honest. I like being popular and well-respected amongst my friends. And our one vegan friend gets made fun of all the time. I don't envy them, but I do respect them for standing up for their principles.
Wow.
Then this fella named Abe says Hitler was popular.
Dover. Got him! Oh my lord. Well, he was very popular, to be fair. That's true. He may not have been a good person, but he was popular. Literally got him. Literally got him.
That makes a lot of sense to say in response to someone who is appealing to the social nature of human beings. There are very few vegans who actually like her. In fact, I think I
don't think anyone likes her. No one likes her.
Vegans who actually like her are in her Discord server, and maybe 50% of those people. So there's 1,000. There's 1,000 people in the world who like what the vegan teacher is saying. And that's sad, because clearly what she's doing is not working. She's completely addicted to the internet. She obsesses over every single comment. She can't put her phone down. She posts so many times a day, and most of her posts are just responses to comments. Like, this is her job, but it shouldn't be. She should be doing something else. This is a complete and total waste of human life. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think down below. I hope to never ever talk about her ever again. I'm sure once this goes up, that I'll be getting a text message, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I texted her recently and threatened her, not with like bodily harm or whatever or anything like that, but
I held a gun to the head of a goat in my backyard and I was like, listen lady, lady. Next time you get it, send me a text. This goat gets it.
Stuff that's been going on that has driven me to the point of doing this, and I believe Christina is also going to do something like this, just to, you know, final nail in the coffin, hopefully. And I implore you guys, by the way, don't go hate on her. Don't go harass.
Don't go hate on her. Don't go hate on her. After all, she is the reason why Oompaville met his girlfriend.
Harass her. Do not go harass her. Don't look at it. Just block her. Just mute her, block her, whatever you want to do. Whatever you think you need to do, just block her, and then just cut her out of your brain. Okay, she has no effect on you.
Listen, chat, I don't want you to go harassing anybody. Instead of going to harass that vegan teacher, simply go get a lobotomy. Get a lobotomy. They have like this cool special. It's the 2-for-1 lobotomy sale. Just go in there, get a lobotomy. Don't worry about her ever again. It'll be fine. Cut her out of your brain.
Effect on anyone. She has no effect on anything. Genuinely.
She is actually, it's kind of sad in a way that like there's a human being whose life has so little value. But then at the other hand, you see the things she says and you're like, oh no, I get it. Never mind.
She is a bad person, I do believe at this point, and her influence is entirely meaningless. So anyways, guys, have a good rest of your night and go enjoy a steak or some chicken or something like that. And tag me in photos of your delicious meal on Twitter.
Yes! That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I don't know. Listen, again, obviously don't send hate to anybody. Don't send this fucking shit. Obviously the cognitive dissonance is super real. I don't think she's all there. And I do think she's rage baited so much it kind of became her mentality. She's been hated so much for the obscene shit she says to the point that she thinks she is like a marginalized, protected group of some sort. I think she's mentally deranged, completely insane, says shit that should not be even thought about, let alone understood. To end things off, my final conclusion here is she is incredibly fun to make fun of because this is a fucking unhinged loser who's ultimately completely sabotaged her own life. She has sabotaged her whole future and her own relationships through absolutely unhinged hate campaigns, and I will probably make fun of her again at some point in the future. Probably not soon, but whenever she comes crawling out of some rock at some point, I probably will. If you made it to the end, click one of these 2 videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on King. Stay weird, fam.